Okay, chalo, we'll start now. So we covered current non-current assets. Okay, in current assets, what current assets means in lump sum, less than 1 year of time, if we can convert that into cash. Okay. Now here what all can come? See, mutual funds, equity. Okay, these two can both be current and non-current based on how much time they have allocated. For example, for some of the equities, if you say they have invested only for some contract period of time, okay, then that will become current assets. If it is for long term, then it will become non-current assets. Okay, now here if you see, if they have stakes in, for example, Patanjali has a stake in what was that, Ruchi Soya. Okay, it has a stake in Ruchi Soya. I mean, it has actually brought it. Okay, I am writing Roya. Okay, it is Ruchi Soya. So that is there for Patanjali. It is an non-current asset. Or even if we say Reliance, if we saw that day, Hathway, they are not taking out money from here. It is a non-current asset for them. So these are money giving assets, but they are non-current. They are equity, but they are non-current. Okay, but there might be chances that they have invested in some of the companies only for very short period of time. They have even if you say that they are given for a positional trade or short mutual fund expense, that can be also considered as current assets. Clear here? Here we have both current and non-current for mutual funds and everything. Okay, I don't remember if I have told you one thing about non-current asset in non-current, and that to tangible asset. There is one asset, or it can be tangible or non-tangible, but in balance sheet they will say that they will state this term as capital work in progress. So this can be many things. Okay, it can be a building that is being constructed. It can be a software. It can be applied patent. Okay, this will not go in any other category until it is completed. Okay, it can be growing of raw materials, growing or making anything. For example, they have agricultural field, and they have planted the seeds, but they have not got the fruit. So that is also under capital work in progress. So all these things, they have invested some money, right? They have invested some money. They will get the yield out of it. Okay, this, see again, this can be current and non-current based on what they have provided. If you know saffron, it takes good amount of time. So there are many things which we have to consider. So based on that idea, we can map these small things like agricultural stuff to current and non-current. But then usually it is a non-current asset which will go for very long time, and they have invested money. So these are the assets which they can sell, and they can make money out of it. Okay, now we'll come back to again current assets. So in current assets again, we spoke about investments. Okay, here even bonds are considered. Okay, it can be corporate bonds or government bonds. Okay, both yield some money, so it can be current or non-current based on the inputs they have given already. And all this will be stated in the balance sheet. Okay, they for current liabilities, they will current assets, they will say that corporate bonds for how much they have, government bond how much they have, and for current also they will state this. Now after this, one more type of asset which we can say, okay, for banks, what is the asset we can say apart from buildings? That's what, land and buildings, apart from land and buildings. Correct. So here one major thing that is called as I forgot the word actually. I forgot the word. I'm sorry. Um, Give me a minute if I can search it. No, it's okay. What this is called is here we this can be two things again for long term and short term. Here we are speaking about short term. You can keep it as long term also when you are considering the other input. So it will be short term loan. This was the term, but I don't know, I was not remembering, I thought something else is there. Okay, so this is the income they would get this year. Okay, now for long term it would become more than 1 year. Even this will be considered in their assets. Okay, now there's one funny part you have to understand. What happens when, for example, you have heard about Ruchi Soya, right? I have told you about Ruchi Soya going bankrupt, right? Have I? Okay. Okay. So, okay, you have heard about company Ruchi Soya, right? What it does? It makes soya chunks and edible oils and all. Okay. So it went bankrupt. After making even good business, it went bankrupt and it had a loan of some 6,000 crores. Now, ideally, in a balance sheet of some bank, okay, this would be an asset, right? Be it current or non-current, based on the timeline, it would be an asset. It is an asset. But then, if this is said that we are bankrupt, this means that we are unable to pay your loans. What will happen to the balance sheet here? It is something called as NPA, non-performing asset, but also it would also be considered as this is a very big term, because of this term only we have two big recessions that has happened. So always remember this term. What happens, for example, in very simple terms, no, in normal life we won't do that, but then I would consider it like this. For example, uh, yeah, Karthik has some 2000 crores with him. Okay, I'm not saying 2000 rupees, because this would not make sense. 2000 rupees will go and beat and take from others. Okay, and we'll say that Kishore wants some 1000 crores for his business. So what will Karthik do? He'll say, take it from me, I'll take it later on, or pay after some time with this so much amount of interest. Okay, if he is not taking the equity, fine. After 5 years, Karthik has made some 5,000 crores. I mean, from other businesses total. But then Kishore has gone bankrupt. He does not has even a single rupee with him. Zero. Okay. In this case, how will Karthik recover money from him? And there is one good part, that Kishore can go to court and say, I am bankrupt, I cannot pay. He might at max go to jail, but he is not liable to pay you 1000 crores. He maximum court will say him that 1 crore or 10 crores, whatever he has, that much you have to pay. Rest all will go to your balance sheet saying that you lost money. That is called as bad debt or non-performing asset. No, he'll return. Understood, no? Okay. What was the next thing? Okay. Yes. Yes. But the funny part is, this will not come under balance sheet that easily. First, it will come in profit loss statement. I mean, your corporate, sorry, what we say, What is that? I forgot. In your yearly report, and then it will come to that your balance sheet. What would you do in that case? You have to still study, but you have to find out what is happening. That's where some news come into picture for investment, not for trading. For investment, that is where some news comes into picture where you can consider. No, first go to balance sheet. Balance sheet is for all the years. What it has done until now. What it has. Yearly report is what it has done in this year and what actually where it stands. Got it? Any doubts? No? Okay. Huh. Okay. There are few more things that are considered as your assets. Okay. This is an asset. Next part can be an asset, can be an liability, depending on which side of the group you are. Okay. One is this. So raw material. Here it can be anything, but what my understanding is raw materials are usually used in a year, not more than a year. Be it steel, be it agri-world, be it biotech, anything. It usually goes on for maximum 1 year. Next year they upgrade it. One okay. Just an additional info here. So you have heard about this graphene rods. These are used for many things, for batteries, many other things. But what? Okay. What is the one thing which you did not hear about it, or one problem that came across with this? You have not heard about it? Okay. Wait, I'll show you. So what happened here is, okay. Wait. Wait. Yeah, carbon itself. I have to show you something. So I think until 2018 or 2019, India was the major producer of this graphene stuff or graphite stuff. I might pronounce it wrong, but just a minute. I forgot the name. Give me a minute. Again, this name and all I have to see. Company's name. Stocks. Where do I get it? So what happened here is, the company which was doing the business of this graphene and all, India was leading it. No one else was in the picture. So they already, these stocks were the inventory or the raw material whichever they had for some years or so, these companies. And suddenly the demand got down. What would happen to their inventory which they had made for higher prices? You can answer it by the time I search it. No answer? Okay, so here, for example, you have okay, I'll not tell about the companies. You have already some amount of inventory which is for years. You are producing continuously, seeing the demand. Okay, and the prices are very high because only you are the producer of it. Okay, suddenly someone else comes into picture and says that even I have, and this what to say, the stock, not stock, the amount of inventory, raw material which you have, all prices goes down. What you will do in that case? I am trying to search. I had kept it in watch list. Just a minute. Sheesh, how can I forget? You are a producer of that company, for example, the person who provides the raw material. What will happen in that case? Okay, I am not getting the name. Trading. Anyways, we'll see. I'll take 1 or 2 minutes of your time here and then we'll switch back to the topic. Why I am saying you this here, no? The value of your stock can go down within no time if things are not right with you. At least with even with the raw materials. That's where I said the raw materials are usually kept only for a year or so, not more than that. Because of the inflation, it can go down, it can go, it can even come up. Depends. Okay. So it was Graphene India. Yeah. Yeah, graphite is what I remember. Yeah, Graphene India. Wait. Hey, ಏನು ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು? Graphite India, okay, just a minute. These had some great falls, not here, before this. Give me a minute. You see this? This is just what do you say? Okay. Something I missed. Just a minute. So this is one of the companies. Second company is I mean, I have to see its competitor. It's more it had more problems with it. Just a minute. If I can see the competitor, it would be even better. Anyways, if I'll find that, I'll send that to you. So what happened here? They had if you see, they were not growing much. They had some stagnant time since I think 2008 or something. Stagnant time, nearby that 100 range. They were roaming around. It so happened that the graphite requirement increased rapidly. Okay, rapidly as in it not 1 times 2 times, it went around 50 times something. And what happened here? They had some inventory which they were storing for years and years, and suddenly the value of those inventory or raw materials which they were making. See, graphite has little high what do you say, lifetime than others. So what happened here? Whatever they started selling, they had a lot of profit here, and they started manufacturing at a very large scale here. Okay, and if you see from 100 to 1000, it went within no time. This is nothing. The second stock, I mean the second stock which I was talking about, similarly it went from 200 to 5000 within no time, in same time period. But after the news, what happened? There was a news from China. They said that even we have started manufacturing it, and we will provide you for even lower cost. And within this period of time, seeing the demand and seeing the amount of profits they were making, they started keeping the stock of a lot of raw materials at high cost. For example, there was someone what did I click? Oh, Eclipse, no, sorry. So now, earlier, we'll say that we have 2 companies here to understand. This is some, I forgot that name was something from MGL or something. Okay, here we'll say that this is Graphite India, and some other company, I don't remember the name, but it is from that is what I remember. So they are producing this graphite rods. Okay, both are into production of it. Karthik is the only supplier right now, or there are 10 suppliers. Okay, they were selling at 10 rupees per kg, for example. Now see, even he's seeing the profit, he's seeing the profit, both the companies are seeing the profit, and they say that if I produce more, I can sell more. If I sell more, I will have more profit. So what they'll do it, he will ask for, I'll give you 20 rupees, give me here. He'll say that no, give me at 30. Like this, they brought raw materials for higher cost. Okay, now this was a raw material for them, they brought it for higher cost. I'm just saying, I'm just stating a number, it can be even more. Okay, so what happened here is, and even the production they started doing at a very large scale. So where for example, where they were investing 1 crore or 10 crores a year, they had invested around 300 crores a year. Okay, now with this pace they have produced, for example, they were creating 100 tons. Okay, 100 tons of it, they have now made around 400 tons of it. Okay, but at a higher price, where they have brought the higher price of raw materials. Here what has happened, suddenly the price has dropped, and from this 400 only 200 they were able to sell. Similarly for the Graphite India, now they have raw materials also. Right now they have this, what do you say, produced good also. Will this be an asset or liability? Now one thing which you have to understand here is, when I told raw materials are your assets, you should understand that at what cost and how much is the raw material. This is why I took you this example, because this example was one of the worst examples which I have seen across. For this, they just started piling up and everything went on a toss. So when you're considering raw material as an asset, you should know how much is it, for how long, okay, and at what price. Else this does not make any sense of calculation. Okay, they usually for raw materials they usually provide the cost at which they have brought, and at current market price at which they can sell. So this is not a problem, but still, if you see the some companies which are only majorly dependent on raw materials, then you have to decide, they brought it for the right price, or because of demand they have brought it for higher price. For example, one more thing, if you are into a ketchup making I just wrote it wrong, sorry, ketchup making business or sauce making business, you need tomatoes majorly. Okay, but if you buy it for 2 rupees, then your raw material value would show less, your assets will show less, but then the value you will sell it for example, you will sell for 50 rupees some 50 grams. I'm just assuming it, I don't know. Okay, the cost of tomatoes is 2 rupees here. Instead, will you buy it for 200 rupees a kg and sell it for 50 rupees gram, which is a more profit making part. So you should see that when they are adding up to inventory, raw materials, all these are the things which come under assets, but you should know at what cost, at what price. Clear here? Clear with the assets? This is all with the assets. Any doubt?